The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure to hit that like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Let's go! Come on. The name is Law Nation. As the room fill up, be sure to hit that like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know exactly where to go. When they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Where my dogs at? Let's go. Playoff time for your mind, baby, but we got one more game to go. No doubt. Coach Mike McCarthy, we're going to talk about that. And if you are Team Mike McCarthy, if you're rolling with Mike McCarthy, let me know. Let me know. Let me see MM in the chat. We've been saying this all year, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. Come on. Let's go. What's good with y'all, man? I hope all is well. We got some good news with Damar Hamlin. He's now, since the time done passed since Monday and yesterday, he had FaceTime his team. He has communicated with his team. He has FaceTime his people. He squeezed the hands of his loved ones. He can see, and he's breathing more under his own power and not the machine. So prayers goes out to him still. The foundation raised over $8 million, which started off at $2,500 before the injury on Sunday. It was right around at $2,500. That Monday morning it was right at $2,500, and now it's way up to the point of $8 million. Could be more. So that's good. And shout out to him, and shout out to all of the people that's around this, player in NFL in general. And hope all is well with you guys today. We got football coming around this weekend, and we hope that no one goes through anything that's similar to him on the field or off the field, by the way. But the Cowboys' formula and philosophy, shout out to Mike McCarthy. He's spoken with 105.3 The Fan. I mean, I'm jealous of that nation over there, man. God, dog, shout out to Tolos out there, man. They get a chance to speak to everyone. Maybe one of these days, independently, we can have a rotation going on over here. Verse 6 says 13-4. Our new ceiling, claiming it right now. I appreciate him so much for his support. I really do, man. Thank you so much for your love over here. Let me give you one of those horns once again. Cowboy Nation, those are things that we look for, right? We're looking for a way in the ability to always move not just the goalposts, because that's what the 4-letter and 3-letter network will do. But what we're trying to do over here, Cowboy Nation, is let people know that regardless of the outcome, it's always Super Bowl or bust with us. Regardless, there's no in between the lines right here with the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen other teams try to make that argument, and it don't really stick, right? But I can tell you guys, as sure as the sky is blue and the grass is green sometimes around here, that the Cowboys are a team, or collectively a team that need to win on the next side, right? If not, when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too, right? Is that what my guy said?
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too.
Right, so that's just what it is, man. Cowboy Nation, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But for context, let me pull up this right here. Shout out to everybody. Let me pull up the Twitter. And my Twitter always something working around and moving around. I got Dan Rogers on the Twitter. He says Dak Prescott have won 10 straight games against the New York. Dak Prescott has won 7 of his last 8 against Philly. Dak has won 9 of 10 games he played against the Washington team, with the only loss coming from when Brett Maher dunked it. And you know what happened was, in that game, it was the botch snap. You know what I mean? Or no, it was the not the botch snap in that game. Excuse me. It was the aficionados. It was the aficionados saying this and that. And that's just what it is. And of course, Damar, when he woke up this morning, of course, he was talking about the aspect that they won. You see what I'm saying? It's a Warriors mentality. And I know you guys already heard this about a couple of years ago. Listen to my AI. Speak.
Anthony Gallup, $10. Don't drop the books, and lose the lesson. Go Cowboys.
I give a round of applause to my AI. She's back, baby. She said, you know, she took that last. Y'all remember my AI? You know, she took last year completely off. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact of how 2020 occurred. But man, let's give a round to my AI. She's back. I don't know how she came back, but goodness, she been here the whole time. And shout out to you, Anthony. It was you who woke her back up. Don't drop the books, man, and lose the lessons. Go Cowboys. Shout out to Anthony for waking her up. Who missed the beautiful, and I mean the wonderful lady AI Law. You know what I'm saying? She been gone. She's been gone, man. Hey, she won. She's back, baby. Shout out to Anthony, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. He's back. All right, so where were I? Where was I? Okay, I was right here. No, we're going to get back to this one right here because I want y'all to talk. We're going to talk about that before we get into the context and the meat of the conversations. But there goes to show you that is what it is. Me and my brother, we were debating on the Jan app, and shout out to him. He kind of whooped my butt on this one, though. Listen to this right here. All right, we both picked KC. Okay.
We were smart, God dog.
Okay, KC's going to win it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably the NFL MVP and Patrick Mahomes. That's a bad man. I don't like him.
Give some analysis on this. Do you believe that Pat Mahomes or Money Pat Mahomes is the MVP for this year? Or is it Jalen?
Man, I can't be a hater, man. It's to me, I think you got to go with, Patrick Mahomes, man. Like, his numbers are ridiculous. He's about to throw for another 5,000 yards. Mm-hmm. His touchdown to interception ratio is ridiculous as well.
Right.
Everybody thought losing the Cheetah will dampen his offensive, ability to go out there and score points.
Now, hold on. He still has that Travis Kelce kid, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But look, bro, how many tight ends about to be on the verge of having 1,400 yard receiving, man, in double digits touchdowns? That's ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? And then he's going to throw for 5,000 yards. Travis only got 1,400 yards receiving. So you got another 3,000 yards and some change to these other guys that we don't even like.
Hold on. Everybody can be ancillary when you have a Hall of Famer out there. Only thing he's missing is the gold jacket out there. Fill up a little bit more. That dude, Travis Kelce, is one of the best.
One person.
But one person demand how many people?
Hey, bro, that's 14. He got 5,000 yards passing, though. If you take away 1,400, there's still 3,000 yards some change. He's passing to Jarrett McKinney, Sky Moore, Kadarius Tooney, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Nobody. You didn't want none of these guys. I didn't want none of these guys. Right. So they're still producing with a quarterback who right now he playing the best ball out there. I can't.
Yeah, he's still producing. Because only reason why I'm fighting that is because I was like last year, I was like, well, shoot, you take Tyreek Hill away from him, he might not get that many.
Hey, look, hey, what my man do on Instagram? That one dude, hey, he like, the man, hey, what's my?
That boy. They're taking my arguments away from me. All right, so I played that little clip. It's a 2-minute long, man. It's an inside plug, man. I appreciate everybody. So it's really the MVP race, of course, is between these three guys from what we heard. Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrows, and Jalen Hurts. And when he did all of the contextualizations of everything, the 5,000 yards, the 40 touchdowns, actually 44 touchdowns if you counted the rushing touchdowns, and 12 INTs. And basically, you only have Travis Kelce out there. And, of course, you got some promising hopes with Sky Moore and Juju Smith-Schuster and all of those boys. We got another super chat. Appreciate you, Razor. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you, man. And shout out to you, Sadiq. Thank you so much for joining in and being part of this. We can't beat anyone, Law. We ready? We can beat anyone. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Boy, y'all showing up on a Friday. Yes, indeed, because last Friday we had a Victory Friday, right? So y'all showing up again on this Friday. I appreciate y'all so much for that. But what I was trying to get at is this right here, and people would not like what I'm about to say. Since Dak Prescott returned, what if I told you and you that's listening in the actual chat area right here? And somebody said, don't do it, Law. Don't do it. Don't do it. Since his return, those numbers of Dak Prescott and Money Pat Mahomes are the exact similar. I ain't going to say the same, similar. Even the touchdown to interception ratio, it is the exact same number. But, of course, he had the luxury to play the entire season and not miss 5 games. And on top of that, I'm not finna shortchange Travis Kelce once again. I know what I seen with my natural eyes, right? Let's go. AI.
Sidika Charles $10. Law I rock Team MM. I keep you and your family in my prayers. DC for life.
Most certainly, Sadiq. Appreciate you so much for that. Let's give another round of applause to the AI for being part of this episode. Boy, she's working today, baby. You know, where my button at? Where my applause button at? Here you go, right here. Let's go. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all riding with Mike McCarthy. I love seeing that, y'all. I love seeing that. So before I move up further, my guy, John Jock Taylor, says, I've been debating all week with my boys what constitutes a good season for the Cowboys. And I responded with this right here. You're definitely debating that wall. And that wall is a stubborn wall that refuses to move. That wall, ladies and gentlemen, is a wall that's going to say, hey, it's Super Bowl or bust. I can tell you guys that before we played dare I say, Eagles, there were pundits, critics already saying that the Mike McCarthy was on the hot seat, Law. He's on the hot seat. And I'm sitting here like, how? We just won. We just won 12 games last season, but that wasn't enough. And I'm telling you guys right now, it is what it is. There will be people that's happy right now about the whole outcome of us going to the playoff, but it still would not be enough because of the fact that, for one, we always move the goalposts, right? We always move the goalposts. Where my goalposts at? We always move the goalposts. And y'all know how that goes. That's just how it is. They will move the goalposts, and then on top of that, there will always be a situation and scenario that the Cowboys are also on the hot seat with the coaching staff and beyond because of the fact that they have unrealistic expectations for us, And unfortunately, that's just how it goes there too. So let me pull this up once again for people who don't understand. The goalposts, always being moved. If the Cowboys lose to the Eagles, the head coach is on the hot seat. This is from Rob Ninkovich. So we look at those type of things and we'll say that that's just what it is. Now, my guy, my brother from another mother, Lord Bronson, he says he was giving out his respects for the NFC teams. He said the Commanders, content creators, hate the Eagles so much they side with the Dallas Cowboys content creators. And, the hate of the Cowboys content creators, basically, the Eagles so much that they publicly denounce Jalen Hurts' MVP case as if they have a guy of their own in it. I respect the Giants the most out of our division, basically. Now, my response to Lord Bronson was there's no hate for the Eagles. There's no hate for the Giants. There's absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, no hate for the Washington team. Why, Law? Because here's the reason why. Why would Cowboys content creators hate any of the NFC East teams? And let me know where my lie is at, right? When our quarterback, Dak Prescott, has a passer rating of 101.4, sound like 105.3 to fan almost, with 8,311 yards, 60 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, with the record of 27-6 in his career. The same praises that the Eagles are giving for Jalen Hurts now were the same thing that they did for Carson Wentz. Let me know if I'm lying, y'all. Let me know if I'm lying. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Thanks for being consistent with the great content. Law Nation, salute to the mods. Man, I appreciate you in the chat. DC for life. That I don't see nothing on there that says for short. Appreciate you, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So let me know. Let me know where I lied at, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I need to know. I want to know where am I telling you guys the negative news about this, right? Where are the falsehoods? Where are the hoodwinks? Shout out to you, Brandy. Thank you. She says, hey, Law, Cowboys can't take it. Cowboys can take it all the way this year. Yeah, we can. We just got to stick to the philosophy and the formula. We do. We definitely do. Straight fact. I'm trying to find it. Right? I'm trying to find it. But I come here to tell y'all his rebuttal to that. He got a rebuttal to it. You know what I'm saying? Say it again. I got a lot of people that, my guy, Mr. Rome, he going to always talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? He said, talk that ass Law. Yeah. And then this is the moving of the goalposts once again for y'all that need to listen. Because Dakota's amazing numbers have always amounted to nothing. When the Eagles get the number 1 seed, they reach the NFC Championship game or higher. Dak has never done that. In fact, this is the first time going to the postseason back-to-back, basically consecutive years. But excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, there should be more and more pressure upon Jalen Hurts, because can somebody put down Jalen Hurts' playoff record? Can somebody put down Jalen Hurts' playoff record for me? Can somebody please, in the mighty comment section, put down Jalen Hurts' playoff record? Put down the head coach over there, Nicholas Sirianni, playoff record, because that was a whole different staff that he's talking about when the Eagles made it to the playoffs. From my understanding and my knowledge of it is that, okay, if we're going to keep things to the present day, then all I can say is what is their playoff record? They're winless. So he got no skin in the game with this. That's just the reality of it. Are we arguing about falsehoods, or are we arguing about the now? Because that is the moment when the last time we were playing against the Eagles, Week 6, I ain't going to talk about the last game that we won, when we were bringing up the things that Dak Prescott were able to do against them. They were all saying this Week 7 and Week 8. Well, what about the last time? What about the last game? So it's all about the last game. But when you want to fit the narrative and fit things and information to solidify, your fanhood about your team that you love, right? More than you like, then you start saying, hey, well, don't use the pass. But you can only utilize the pass when it fit your narrative, but nobody want to utilize the pass when it fits the Cowboys narrative. Come on, baby. Let's go. And then that was the end of that. That's my morning all in a nutshell, baby. But let's listen to this right here because I think it was a very remarkable thing from John Machota to capture this moment right here.
For the longest time, I felt like I've always wanted to be recognized, to be one of the greats, to be one of those that wore a yellow jacket. So, yeah, it's been on my mind. And not only has it been on my mind, but it's something that I worked toward was to be something special in this life. I don't feel like, and
Can y'all hear that?
I know I'm speaking for this one at the same time because I know D. Ware very well. We're not cut from the same cloth. I burn hot every single day. And
it's a little low.
That are in this room know me that I burn hot.
I can't burn it that hot
all the time. So this is a moment that I'm not going to take lightly. I'm appreciative to be here, but at the same time, the only reason I'm here is because I was a captain of a defense that was a damn good defense in the early 90s. And I'm just a cog within that defense. I mean, there's so many great players that I played with, and that's the reason why I'm standing here today.
All right, so that was the great Darren Woodson. I know the audio was a little low, and if I can find, I hope I got it somewhere still here somewhere. Y'all bear with me. Hail Mary. I know I got it somewhere in here. Yeah, I got it right here. A couple of months ago, way couple of months ago, I said that Darren Woodson should have received a long overdue Hall of Fame induction. He was just as important as John Lynch. And one can argue, if you read under the conversational piece, people were saying, nah, Law, he's way more important than John Lynch. But I was trying to pay a little respect to John Lynch. But I can tell you, when you start talking about Hall of Fame and you start talking about gold jackets and beyond, can you explain the history without said player? You can't. For those who really followed the game closely in the 90s, you can't explain the 90 Cowboys without Darren Woodson on that defense, the first hybrid type of safety / linebacker in the league, baby. Wearing 28, being the youngest guy out of the bunch, making moves here and there, picking the ball off, getting sacks, playing close to the LOS. Look, this dude was remarkable in so many ways. For him to get Sean and sullied and denigrated on not getting there before John Lynch was blasphemous. I think John only got one Super Bowl, by the way. But I can tell you guys, if I had a choice to pick a safety, would I prefer a John Lynch or a Darren Woodson? Shoot, give me Woody. I think that, John Lynch was great in hitting, but he wasn't good in coverage. He wasn't that good out in space. And my guy was good at hitting plus coverage plus a whole bunch of other things beyond. So I know he's only a finalist. And y'all can let me know whether or not, is it a shoe-in when you are a finalist? Or is it still got to be somewhere where you got to go through the rigmarole? Is he in or is he out? Because y'all let me know, because I don't really know that much on how you get in. I thought once you're in, you win. Is he in, y'all, or is he still got to wait? C. Nick says Lynch was the linebacker playing safety. Yeah, of course, we all know that Woody was that too, right? Yeah, shout out to you, Brandy. Thank you. Thank y'all. Queen, appreciate you. I'm feeling much better. Appreciate you. I thank you that you are feeling better. Yeah. How in the world is he in there before Woodson, right? But I get it. Cowboys are hated on so much. It's just the bottom line. They hate on the Cowboys. And now, just for a feel good, when things are down, they say, okay, just pick out one of them Cowboys. Nah, let's pick out DeMarcus Ware now, right? Let's go pick out this guy now, you know what I'm saying? And Chuck Howley, Howley. So I appreciate everybody, man. It's political. Yeah, it is such a political warfare within the confines of that. And we got enough people in here. Hey, can y'all do me a huge favor? Just a huge favor. Tell the like button to lean forward just a little bit and smash that like button for me, man. I don't mind begging for the like button over there while we play this audio.
Coach, in all your years of experience with the playoffs and heading into postseason, we always try to figure out the formula for who's going to win it all. Is it the hottest team? Is it the healthiest team? Like, what is on Mike McCarthy's criteria list of the most important things to end the regular season with heading into the playoffs for a championship contender?
Well, I mean, it's really the connection of those variables and two of them that you talked about. I mean, health is important because if you're not healthy, then now your challenges, particular potential matchups that you wouldn't have to be as focused on if you were healthy. So I think stating obvious, but the health, the flow, the confidence of the team, I think all those things play into it. And I think the way these playoff teams match up, the importance of one phase, offense, defense, or special teams over another, and just got to be on top of your game and really play to what you've built over these 17 games. But yeah, I'm huge in the ebb and flow and pace of operation, mind speed, and all those things because it's time to go play your best football game. I mean, that's why I've always just admired the Olympic athletes. They train 4 years for that that one moment. And that's really what playoff football is.
Man, that's Mike McCarthy philosophy on it. Play your best football, whether it's mentally, physically. And I love the reference of Olympic training. You train for 4 years to get there. And when you get there, they don't care about your age. They don't care about your height. They don't care about any of the other things that happen in your life. Can you get that gold medal? That is what the playoff is all about. Nobody's going back and saying, okay, this is what happened during the off season. This is what happened during the regular season. It's, can you win on this level now? That's cool. You can be undefeated in the regular season. That don't give you anything for the playoffs. You can be the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed. It's not a guarantee. Everybody is back at 0. And can you make sure that you overcome all of the obstacles to lift up that Lombardi trophy? Now, granted, to that same breadth of the degrees there, I don't want to hear nobody saying, hey, I'm a little nervous. And that's just what it is. I need to have these guys saying, hey, we prepared for this moment. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to give you guys our all. But if your all is playing sloppy, like 14 penalties, turnovers on your side of the field, not playing intellectual football with putting the ball in the belly of your running backs, they should be going over all of the games that they won, the 12 games that they won, the 12 that they won, and say, okay, let's replicate those things, not the 4 that we lost. All right? Appreciate you so much. Verde beat Major Turdy. Come put turd in there, not tutty. He got to put a turdy in there. Yeah, go Cowboys. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you.
Coach, what's your philosophy on scoreboard watching? Like in the middle of this game, are you keeping an eye on what Philadelphia is doing? Will you let that impact, playing time if they're up by, 3 scores in the second half?
Well, I guess, you just made me think of a kind of a funny memory, but,
what's the memory?
Well, it's the Super Bowl, but I think it, when you go into other stadiums, I mean, they show the scores of the game. So, I mean, I can sit here and say, don't watch the scoreboard. Now, I've also been part of this situation where, we didn't, we were playing at home and just said, don't put the score on the scoreboard because you want the players to stay into the game. So I've seen it both ways, but I can remember when we were playing in the Super Bowl, and it's I think it was the first time in AT&T Stadium, and so you're trying to get the team ready for the game, and
right.
And I was like, no, hey, make sure you're focused because I'm told they got this this unbelievably huge jumbotron in there, and I said, I don't want anybody staring at the damn board. Stay in the game. Let's making a big point of it. So we get out there for the game and the national anthem, just the way had it set up, I'm sitting there like looking at the jumbotron watching the national anthem, and I can hear some guys giggling. I look down and there's like 3 or 4 players laughing at me. Like, I thought we weren't supposed to look at the board.
That's one thing. Show of hands, if you ever been at the game in Dallas, the Arlington Stadium with the big old jumbotron. There's not a horrible seat in the building. There's not. From where I was ever at, there's not a horrible seat in the building. That jumbotron, the moment you say, hey, man, I ain't going to look at it, you be fixated on it. You got some type of hypnosis on you. You get in there, you be looking at the jumbotron. And even when you do the touring, you sit there and say, man, that's a massive TV screen, right? So, yes, it's the levels of distraction, right? But you should always use that as a benefit for you. The Cowboys this season, 7-1, I believe, at home. Remarkable. They're 8-1. 7-1, I believe. Yes, 7-1 at home. They only lost one home game. That was the opening. They've been pretty much superb in that area. And I get it, right? And, even if we have to go on this road to win it out through the playoffs, there won't be that jumbotron in the way, nor the sunlight creeping through it, But that's a story of another day. Let's go.
So I can't.
Well, 8-1. Appreciate you, Joe. 8-1 at home. Appreciate you. My math is off. Charge it to my head.
See, I can't see what's going on. So, but yeah, I mean, it's part. It's part of it. I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it, but we're going in to win a game, and I think it's something
Appreciate
about this
you,
league. It's so damn hard to win a game, and that's so true. It doesn't matter what week you're in. I mean, there's always motivation for both teams in a game, regardless of your record, regardless of your situation. There's always personal motivation that can bring a group together and to go win a football game. And I believe that. I've seen it happen over and over again. So we just need to stay totally engaged, and we're going to have 48 guys, on the game day roster, and we need to use those 48 to go win the game.
Do you know, I'm not asking you to name them, but do you know all the different scenarios, or do you, like Ron Rivera caught some heat for apparently not being aware? Can you keep track of that stuff? Do you like keeping track of it, or it's just like simplify it or don't tell me at all?
Well, I think a lot of it's, in just my view, I think it's wasted energy because two-way ties or three-way ties and all that. And I love numbers. I'm a numbers person. But,
Econ major.
Yeah, I'm totally aware. I mean, it's just we're the 5, or if we get help, we can move up to the 1 or 2. So I mean, that's it's pretty cut and dry for us. So I mean, at the end of the day, we can only control get the 13th win, and everything else will take by the time we get back to the locker room, we'll have probably all the information we need.
Mike McCarthy joining us here, 105 through the Fan. Okay, so we've been discussing Dak's aggressiveness and his turnovers a lot lately.
Right.
Do y'all put turnovers in different, like interceptions that are, like the one that was in Tennessee?
Choppy wants the league to reorganize interceptions. Like some of these where it's tipped off of someone and goes, like, it shouldn't be counted towards the quarterback, but all these shows, not us, because we're us.
We're smart.
They're going ahead and blaming Dak, and it's a big narrative that's still out there.
Yeah, and I like to call non-quarterback interceptions. Like, do y'all when you're evaluating, do you put those in different categories, or do they all kind of go into one bucket? All
right, before he answered that, let me give my answer to that, because I haven't heard the whole interview. They're your interceptions. I don't want to try to finagle the stat line. I get it. Right now it's bad for Dak Prescott to have them, but those are his kids regardless of how you look at it. And we don't want to start pillow soft in the NFL with saying, well, this ball was tipped, that ball hit off of the foot of this guy, and in blah blah blah, the rain, it was fumble. I don't want to go down that road, right? Those are his kids. Some of them, sometimes you just don't like some of the kids, but they yours, claim your kids. But what you can do is go over these things and say, hey, it's a learning, teachable moment. It is a situation where we go back and we start truly evaluating. Shout out to you, Justin Bush, for becoming a new member. It's time for you to go back and comb through everything and say, all right, why did this interception occur? Oh, it hit off the phalanges. Well, if it happened again, you're going to be toting bricks for the next week. Why did this interception occur? Oh, he ran a post when it's supposed to be a dig, or he ran a dig route when it's supposed to be a post. Those are things that you have to go back and see. The sun is shining on me right now for saying that, because those are things that you got to go back over and comb through. Don't put the lipstick on the pig. That's your child. Claim your child and get back out there and work it out and make it worth your while. Baby, that's how I look at it. So I don't want to start splitting up these doggone interceptions. And I know they are a horrible stat line, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
No, it's done categorically, but it's because at the end of the day, it gives you specific information on how do you improve, and it's frankly, it's been the same systematic grading scale that I've been a part of since 1989. I mean, you have decision interceptions, and you break down the other criteria, and so and you coach off it. But it's just like anything. I mean, statistics are good indicators on what to take a closer look at, and that's how there's only true statistics that are absolute or wins and losses. So
yes,
it's and you either take care of the ball or you don't. You either take it away or you don't. So I mean, there's not a whole lot that that just completely tells the story. There's always coaching components inside of each statistic, and that's clearly the case in the interceptions. And I RJ, I'm so impressed with the detail of your evaluation. If you want to jump in here on the league level and get this thing fixed,
he's an expert at trying to deflect blame, Coach. That's why he loves this. He just doesn't want to accept any blame ever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, accountability issue, huh?
Accountability issue.
I have huge accountability problems.
That's good thoughts on that, man.
But I hate when they just kind of all put it on the quarterback when it could be any number of factors that nobody outside the organization knows. Nobody knows what the play is. You do, but the rest of us don't. I always found it unfair a little bit.
No. We ain't gonna do shift blaming, right? Mr. 316. Own it, learn from it, and move on, right? We can look. I promise you guys, if you're looking for levels of excuses, it will be at your doorstep knocking with a 3-piece suit, with a plate of food and everything to make you feel comfortable. This world is a prime example of there's no excuses to success. There's none. You can make them. And it will sit there and comfort you. It will literally, just like I brought up the fact with Pat Mahomes, right? We can go down line for line and say, Pat Mahomes, by him growing up in a pretty much first-class style of lifestyle. Basically, his father played professional baseball, had money, tons of opportunity, more and more situations for his situation to be more prevalent than Dak Prescott growing up pretty much in a situation that I believe they grew up in a trailer park, right? With limited resources, with limited opportunity. I can literally make a case that, hey, Pat Mahomes had the best training, the best skill set. His father played professional baseball. His mom was in his life. His dad is still in his life and all of this, right? And we can go line for line, A to Z, and then we can literally say, well, Pat Mahomes is better because he grew up in better circumstances. Dak Prescott is worse because he didn't grow up in better circumstances. We can go for all of the players in the National Football League and develop that line of excuses, and then people will say, you know what, Law Dude got a point. Law Dude have a great valid point because those guys were not on equal footing. But one thing equally that we can all say to everyone, that everyone is birthed and gifted 24 hours a day. Everyone is given the same amount of times, although we have different set of tools. just like Jerry Wayne, Jones' son, kids, what have you. Yes, they don't have to work as hard. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in the same breath, there are thousands of other guys and millions of other people who done climbed up the rankings and made more money than them probably, right? But it is what it is. Do they have a faster start? Maybe yes. But like I said, for you guys, if you're looking for it and you really think that they going to be better than you because they are born or they given a whole different situation, life don't work that way. This world will chew you up and spit you out. It really don't care how many degrees you got. It really don't care how tall you are or how wise you think you may be or what circumstances that you came from. This world will chew you up and spit you out. That's just the bottom line of it, you know. That's why I laugh at the fact that people will say, well, hey, man, you know, Lord, man, you graduated from HBCU school, man. You should have went to this school. Yeah, I might have struggled when I first got out, but shoot, I'm making six figures just like somebody else who graduated from my Ivy League school. You know, the schooling doesn't mean that you're going to get higher standards just because you went to Harvard, Yale, and whatever, you know, other school, Brown or what have you, whatever school, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. But it's the ideology if how hungry you are, right? Are you willing? Are you willing to be out there grinding? I tell people all the time before I even got a chance to even achieve it, I got a PhD, a poor, hungry, and determined mindset. But there will be so many people say, hey, man, I'll go to that university, man. You may not get it. You may not achieve like the people that went to Mississippi State or Ole Miss in the state of Mississippi, of course. But it's all about your determination. I could have literally used those levels of excuses and said, you know what? I'm going to go to a whole nother school for the opportunity. Come on, baby. The opportunity is the time. You put it in, shoot, you're going to get it. You're going to get what's due to you. That's how the universe works.
Well, and I think it's like anything. It's clearly, you know, that's why it's clearly the hardest position to play in football. Maybe you could make the argument it's the hardest position to play in all sports. So, and that's a big part of it. And, you know, because there's always teaching moments and things to look at that, you know, emphasize particularly the individual component of your training when you're evaluating interceptions or any negative play, because it's, you know, it's obviously you don't want it to happen again, but make sure you're on top of the why. You know, it's if the receiver drops the route, you know, drops the ball on a good route, you know, there's a potential why to it. So
right.
And at the end of the day, it takes two to connect on any route. So the guy throwing it and the guy catching it. So it's just, you know, you just got to stay in tune with those and keep training, and you'll definitely come out on the other side, has been my experience.
Is the Sam Howell prep similar to Dobbs last week with kind of a, you know, midweek or late week decision to have to go and dig up some old college tape? Or how have you guys prepped in regards to that, and what have you seen from Sam Howell?
Yeah, very similar. I thought our personnel department did a nice job, you know, earlier in the week, and then Dan and, you know, and the defensive staff were, you know, they were all over it, you know, as soon as the news came out. So there was some anticipation just so that the prep was done, and and you know, every snap that he's put on video, we have access to it. So just to get his play style and you know, his mannerisms and, you know, the type of player that he is at that position, you know, that's always good information. But, you know, I've been impressed with the efficiency of their offensive production. I mean, you look at the way they distribute the football. I mean, their perimeter groups is as good as anybody we've played all year. So, I mean, this will be a heck of a challenge, and, you know, I'm sure they're going to do things that play to Sam, but also, you know, you got to be ready for some aggressive opportunities that, you know, that they may take against us, especially early in the game.
No doubt, man. That is the coach, Mike McCarthy, on 105.3 The Fan, with a brilliant message, man. The link to that whole interview is in the chat area. Lord King 83, 2 unpopular opinions I might get killed for. 1, Coach Mike McCarthy has us at double-digit winning season and playoff back-to-back. He's not going anywhere. Look at how long they gave Jason Garrett. Now that Lord King, I appreciate you for your opinion there. Here's how all of that could be like in the middle. All of that could be in the middle. Jason Garrett was homegrown, right? Jason Garrett, in the eyes of Jerry Jones, he said there's no doubt in his mind that Jason Garrett could have taken the Dallas Cowboys to the Super Bowl, right? Now, I always say this with Jason Garrett. I met the man multiple times. He's a wonderful guy. And strong handshake, too. Strong hand. He is a type of person that I truly believe that when everything is working at its optimum, right? When everything is working, like, for example, in Dallas, I'm new to the area. I've only been here for like 4.5 years. I couldn't get nowhere without my GPS. I would plug in my GPS and I can get anywhere in Dallas. That's Jason Garrett. When his GPS is working, he can get anywhere around the league. But fool around, the battery go dead, or something is thrown in a way where he can't see the GPS anymore, right? All of a sudden, things crumble and fall at the feet of Jason Garrett. He get lost. Where you at, Jason? Man, I'm on 75. Man, you don't know how to get off 75? No, man, I need help. Yeah, I need help. Can somebody help me? Now I'm on 35. Jason Garrett, what's going on, man? You can't get off of 35? No, man, I'm on the tollway now, man. I'm lost. I need some help, you know? And that is the problem. Whereas Mike McCarthy, he came here and he learned the city, the terrain. He can get from 75 to 635. He can go all around Dallas, right? He don't need the GPS. He can figure out things on the fly. And he's been doing it since day one. And that is my analogy of the two different coaches. But nevertheless, Jerry Jones loved the ideology of Jason Garrett one day lifting up that Lombardi trophy. And we still have pieces and fingerprints of Jason Garrett on his team to this day, right? And there's no way that we can get away from it. You got Kellen Moore here, and the philosophies and the credence of information that he got is still permeating throughout this team, believe it or not. But it is what it is. I'm not finna rain on anyone, but I'm saying that Mike McCarthy, his back, he don't have the levels of patience that he had. I'm talking about Jerry Jones, that he had with Jason Garrett. He don't. What's up, Jay Lombardi? What's up? Shout out to you, Key. And that's just the only thing. But it is what it is. Where do you guys stand at? You know, because one guy that I want to stay around and stick around would be the coaching staff over there. Let me play this right quick. You know, this is for my guy, Rich Eisen.
I want a 30 for 30 on the Washington Commanders' decision to start Carson Wentz in that must-win game at home against the Browns on New Year's Day. I need it.
So that's him. And then this is the
Jonathan Allen knee, Sadiq Charles concussion, Cam Curl ankle, Antonio Gibson knee/foot, Cornelius Lucas ankle, Andrew Norwell hip, Brian Robinson knee, James Smith-Williams concussion, Benjamin St. Juste ankle, Jamin Davis knee, Montez Sweat illness. No limited or full participants.
All right, cool. First, I want to start off by opening up and giving our thoughts and prayers as an organization to Damar Hamlin and his family, his friends, the Buffalo Bills organization, and the community of Buffalo. We know it was a terrifying situation and transpired. We're praying for Damar and hoping that he's able to make a full recovery. We talked about what happened in our team meeting this morning. We talked about the our mental health people are available. If any players have any concerns or questions they want to talk about, and then Coach Jordan led us in a team prayer. I just wanted to open up by saying that we're thinking of that young man, his family, and everyone is impacted by that situation.
Much respect to that coach. All right, so I'm not going to play all of their audio, but you guys can go to the Washington team's website. And what I'm picking up is that was a playoff caliber team. That was a playoff kind of caliber team, and they crumbled. When I tell you guys that coaching matters, and I can go back and forth with a lot of people about this and that, but I refuse to do that right now. But I have to let you guys know that the coaching philosophy and the way they handle things, and I know they got a bevy of injuries now, absolutely matters. Y'all, Chris 214, will the NFL change the seeding by win percentages? That I don't know. That is a great observation, though. I can tell you that they may not change the seeding by win percentages, and I think that they should keep it the way it is by your division or what have you. Your division is your division. It is harder to beat a team multiple times. It's easier to win games that you only play once, right? So I think that winning your division should count heavier. I get it, right? Some teams will look back at it and say, all right, well, my record is better. The seeding should be I'm playing at home because I have the better record. No. How do you look like playing against a team that know your jab? How you look knowing that, hey, when I fight you the second time, I know what I can get you at now. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it goes all the way back to my philosophy, even with Dak Prescott. What is his overall record with the NFC? 27-6, something like that. Yeah. 27-6. 27-6. That's not an easy accomplishment. But by being the Cowboys, it's easy, man. It's easy, man. You know, we play a division, whereas there haven't been a back-to-back NFC East division champion in a long time, right? I think over a decade. We play where we play each other tough, rugged. But by it being that the Cowboys dominate versus the teams in our division, it's nothing. It's nothing. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. Wins do matter, though. Noel, appreciate you so much. Let's do this. How many people we got here? 410. I thank everybody. If you guys can do me one solid, hit that like button, share this content on this, I'm about to say Victory Friday, but, on this beautiful Friday. Wins do matter. They praises Rodgers for dominating the weak division. Right. They don't even mention it. Now, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, those guys, class above class, right? They on top of everything when you look at their stats and you look at their accolades. But one thing for sure, no one will bring up their levels of divisions, right? You would think that in the last 10 years that Chicago been a dominant team. Chicago been world class. Detroit Lions been a team, a vaunted Detroit Lions team, right? The Vikings, man, you don't want to face the Vikings. And that is who Aaron Rodgers went up against for over 15 years, right? Or 16 years and beyond, right? I don't know if any of those teams, ever made it back-to-back playoff times or made it like a real threat in that particular conference, but that's a story of another day. All glory to be to G-O-D. Shout out to you, Roy. Let's do this, man. We're going to make it short today. We're going to make it short. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. We're going to open the phone lines this time. 657-390-7391. Yo.
You are the only participant in the conference.
Can I get one of the mods to put the number in the chat? Let's go. Hey, we shouldn't be running away from no one. This should be a situation that bring me whatever you got. Fight to the end. That's what we should look at. Shout out to you, Jay Worthy. I'm pinning it right to the top. Had your thoughts together, your score predictions for this game. I got my brother from another mother, Alfonso. You're live. Talk to me.
What's up, Law Nation? Happy Friday. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm well, man. I can't complain, man. Shoot, we going to the playoff. Come on, talk to me, man.
That's right. We're going to the playoffs. More than likely, we're going to face Tom Brady, but I still am hoping that we get that first round bye, that first seat in the table.
Right.
It could happen. Let's stay positive. My score prediction for this weekend against the JV Commanders is going to be, I would think we're going to let them up. I say 30 to 20.
30 to 20. Oh, wow. You know, they're going to get 20 of them on us. You know, maybe there's some garbage time stats.
A lot
you know?
of the times when teams, they have nothing to play for, they go all out. It's their last game of the season, so I'll give them 20.
Give them 20 of them. Okay. And what we going to do in the playoffs, man, when we get there, man? What's the strategy? What's the formula from you?
Strategy, this week we got to play our starters. Maybe if we're winning by half, sit them down. But if we don't play our starters, they're going to be cold in the playoffs. They're not going to be ready. So I want them to be ready. Okay?
Right.
And then I'm assuming we're going to face Mr. Brady himself yet again. And when we do face him, I think we're going to get that damn monkey off our back, and we're going to finally beat him.
Right.
And then from there, we're going to go on a run.
Most likely, man. You right on the money with that. We just got to hit Brady in the mouth early and often, make him bleed. And on top of that, our defense must be sound and the offense can't give the ball away. Yeah, you're right with that, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Let me hear you say, man, how about them Cowboys?
Well, let's change it up. Remember, PPC.
Oh, yeah. You can say it. Come on, man.
Here we go. Food up, Pinky Cowboys. How about them Cowboys from El Paso, Texas? Let's go.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you, man. It was nice meeting him earlier this year. Cowboy Nation, we can't be folding up like a wallet or a lawn chair when we see these type of things out there. If you need help on accessing the number, 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind, baby. From the 909, what's on your mind?
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Chief, talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
Good, Law, man. I've been looking at you for years now, man. But you know what's so funny, Law?
Talk to
I
me.
remember last year when you was talking about how Aaron Rodgers was the MVP, and Dak had the exact same numbers.
Yeah.
And now this year, Mahomes is going to be the MVP. Don't Dak almost have the same numbers as Mahomes, too, with 5 less games?
Well, I'm not going to make that argument, but I can tell you right now that Pat Mahomes, for what he's doing over there at Chiefs land, he is the Chiefs. You know, I don't know if they win a game without him, though. You know.
All right, all right. We're going to give Pat Mahomes the king. But
yeah,
it's just funny that Dak does not get the praise or a good quarter. How is he not a good quarterback? What has he not done that the other quarterback, for instance, the Buffalo Bills quarterback, isn't that low-key better than him?
I mean, from every stat accolade that you can look at from his time back from his injury, you can make that argument, right? But the thing is that they're going to lean on, okay, well, last year Allen, who's good, you know, he got a cannon for an arm. Last year, Allen did win multiple playoff games. You know, that's just how that's going to go. They're going to keep. Remember, the goalpost is playoff games now, right?
No, yeah, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
I think we got it this year, man. Because we didn't have our defense was stepping up last year, and now we really good this year. We good. I think we good.
I mean, yeah, the defense, to me personally, we have a glaring hole on the opposite side of Trayvon Diggs as it relates to that secondary. As far as the interior, we do a lot of twist stunts. We fabricate pressure inside. So this game coming around the corner this Sunday, I'm looking for those things, saying how Deshaun Wright going to look, regardless if he playing against Sam Howell, Heineke, it don't matter. I want to look at those guys.
Darren Bland looking good. Darren Bland looking good.
Oh, Bland, my guy, man. Shoot, I've been rolling with Bland ever since training camp. Yep.
I see him.
Yeah. But appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it there.
Man, how about them Cowboys? Let's go.
Let's go, man. That's from the 909. That's my guy. All right, I got the 402. You're live.
Yeah, what up, Law?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man.
All right, man. So I'm a quote. Just started off. My uncle, he saw the report that it's not Wentz, it's not Heineke. So he says Cowboys by 1 million. That's just how we do it. Talking about this game and talking about the playoffs, man, let's just go get it. Let's let them hang.
Let them hang.
You know, now I got a couple of points, and then I'll wrap it up because I know you're trying to do some things. We're trying to do some things. So I'm saying we've been in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
We've been swapping out the O-line, working the shotgun, getting some guys some reps. Tyron Smith has looked everything that you would imagine what like miraculous healing and can be. You know,
right?
CP's gotten some rest. He's been explosive. He tore it up for me in my fantasy league. I won the league this year.
Congratulations, man.
We got good. Thank you, Law. We got good tight end work between Ferguson, between Hendershot, between Schultz. Sometimes they sit there and they want to be like Moose Jr. You know, like they'll run the fullback, that jumbo set. I like that set, mixing in the three of them. So we got good tight end work. Our wide receivers are clutch. I'm talking about MG13 against Texiana. I'm talking about that booty back of the pylon that they came back. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember all that.
And his booty was in the back corner of the pylon, and they was like touchdown, and then they do their thing. You know, the aficionados, they do what they do. They cut it back, but that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
He dragged that toe, so we got that. Ty on third against Philly, the big play. We love it. And CD Lamb is growing. He is 88. He is that number one. He plays everything, man. He does short screens, those quick and goes. He plays the inside slants. He does goes and cuts. And Rain Dakota Prescott is that dude. Enough with it, dude.
Yeah.
He is that dude, and we know that. On the defense, real quick, Diggs is locked down. I just want to say, while I was watching the Philly game, Brown, their big dude, got like 4 catches. And if I'm not mistaken, I was watching it. Each one of those catches, we can go back, you look at the tape, it was when Diggs didn't switch on him. But other than that, it was locked down.
Yeah.
So, moving forward to the playoffs, people say it looks a lot like the 90s. I watched some of those games. It's a beautiful thing coming into this. And I just want to say thank you, Laura, for providing the space for all of us to get together in community. And, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Appreciate you, man. What's your name, by the way?
So I'm Fogel, man.
Fogel. Okay.
F-O-G-L-E.
Related to Ty Fire Fogel?
No, not that I know of. So it's F-O-G-L-E. That's the Birdman.
Okay.
The Lufa Minch.
Yeah,
so
appreciate
we
you.
Here in Omaha, and thanks a lot, Lo.
Appreciate you, man. Fogel, man. Appreciate him, man. Remember, Fry Fogel. I messed up with that man's name many a times. Maybe he will emerge this offseason, man, and when we still looking for those wide receivers. But shout out to Fogel, man. I got my guy who's pretty much in the VIP lounge. He's just been chilling. He just been out there wilding here and there, but now he just chilling on the phone, man. From the 860, you're live, VIP.
Lord VIP, baby. Lord,
man.
I'm troublesome. They feel me in the physical form, Lord.
Let it be known.
Only you and I get that.
La 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 la
la
la
la. La 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 la
la la la la. What's good, man?
All you pigskins. All right, we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah. What's good, man?
But Law, I got a few points to make. Shout out to all of Law Nation. I love to see our family of Law Nation get together. I was even impressed to see Brandon has a wife. Somebody loves him. Shout out to Brandon, man. That's my little bro, man. I still love him. Anyway, as I move on. My quarterback, Dak. This is all I'm going to say before we get to the playoffs. My quarterback is 27-6 against the NFC. So when we run up on the NFC, we're not really worried about them.
Right.
What our problems lie, Law.
Right.
And this is something one of our best head coaches ever that we had, the great Bill, the Mr. Big Tuna himself. He had this saying, and this was his problem with Jerry, was, if I'm the chef, damn it, I don't want nobody else in the kitchen. That meant he wanted to be able to pick his players, sort of like what Dan Quinn is doing, because he can utilize them in certain ways.
Right.
It's too. Our problem last year was too many chefs in the kitchen when it came to offensive philosophy.
Right.
So now, our head coach, Big Mike, last year was elbowing Jerry about the playoffs. So now I need him to do the same thing to our OC. We see what philosophy wins. If we won the ball over 30 times, we are damn near unbeatable. Now, I'm not saying a damn 21 slam 30 times.
Yeah,
I don't want to see the 21 slam.
Just look at the overall picture. Control the clock, TOP, especially
TOP.
Run with a purpose. I see all of that. I still, as much as we praise Dak Prescott, I would still like Dak anywhere between 24 to 27 attempts.
Yeah.
I seen somebody hit me up and say, "Lord, well, that's disrespecting Dak." No, man, that's the secret
That's
sauce.
Troy.
That's secret sauce to all quarterbacks. Yeah, I don't care if we had what's the best quarterback in the National Football League right now? Pat Mahomes, 24 to 27 attempts, man. I want us to keep that around that parameter with this particular team, and we will be seeing good stuff, man.
And if people know the numbers, Law, go back and look at that ring that he got. It was because the great OC that they have over there, which is not their read. It's their OC.
Airbnb.
Yes, the BI enemy.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. If Eric Bieniemy don't have a head coaching job next year, look, that need to be some flipping of tables, riots. They need to break that up now. Hey, KC, y'all need to break that up. Y'all need to get that man up out of there.
Law, we already know where that's going, Law. I ain't trying to get your sponsors to leave you, Law. So I'm not even gonna touch that today. It's Friendly Friday, Law. I'm gonna be good, but we all know Eric Bieniemy should have had a head coaching job. Way before.
I get it. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is?
Please tell me, Law.
I got it. It hit me. He's a horrible interviewer. You know what I'm saying? He can't interview well. That's what it is. It got to be what it is, man. He must go there with the jelly stains on his shirt, man. He must be late for his interview. It got to be, man, the reason why that brother don't have an opportunity to be a head coach somewhere, man. Come on, man. Eric Bieniemy, man. You need some interview help. Come hit your boy up, Law, man.
Yeah, I'll go to the interview for you. I'll do the interview. I ain't Coach Lovie Smith, but I'm close, damn it. But anyway, Law, back to my Cowboys.
Go back to it one more time.
My Cowboys. Yeah. What I want to see, and I've been hesitating to get this off of my tongue, out of my mouth, but LVE is the stir that stirs our defense. I want to see. I don't want to see 11 coming off the end on when we play. If we play 12, if we play Tom Brady, because they both 12. If we play Tom Brady's greatest fear is pressure up the middle. Right. I want to see 11 shooting that A and B gap all day. That's what I want to see against Brady.
Man,
that will throw his time in there.
Well, it would probably throw his timing off, but as wise and as veteran as he is, West Coast offense is about 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 3, yeah. And if you normally listen to the A gap, and that dude got over 20 years of experience, the middle of the field is always the safest throw in that situation. If you pick that apart with your tight ends and with your yak guys. We got to get pressure inside. It don't matter. It don't matter pressures off the edge. That's what people fail to realize with Tom Brady. If you get pressure off the edge, Tom is so cool with it. When you go back and look at his film, when you get pressure off the edge, he don't move. He moves like a statue. He go like this and he go like this. He slides in the pocket. Yeah. He slides in the pocket, or he know how to climb inside, and he will pick you apart every time. And that going all the way back to my Madden days and 05 Madden. You know what I'm saying? He never lost that. So, man, Brady, you got to kill him. You got to kill him inside.
Let me ask you this, Law.
Talk to me.
So do you want to drop Micah back and let him roam the middle of the field? Because we already know 80% of Tom passes, those quick 2-second passes, they go to the middle of the field. That's why he loves his tight end.
Middle
So
flats,
if we
yeah.
drop Michael Garrett,
Yeah. I mean, you just got to bring your homework, Dan Quinn. You know, I trust our offense against this particular not Packers, but Buccaneers defense. I trust my offense, but we gonna have to get this defense together, man. I appreciate you so much, man, for calling in. Let me hear you say it, fam, because I let the other callers in.
you already know, Law. How about them Cowboys? I ain't a killer, but don't push me, Law. It's all love, baby.
Yes, indeed, man. Don't push it, man. Don't push this, man. Yes, indeed. La 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 la. All right, so you guys get what I'm saying, and I'm not overlooking the Washington team, but we've been successful. We've been successful with statue type of quarterbacks, but in the same breath, we've been gashed by some of those quarterbacks that know how to get that ball out quick, that know how to 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, and those are things that we ourselves going to face in the playoffs, right? Either it's going to be a running style quarterback or it's going to be a quick release type of quarterback. And in my opinion, and just my thoughts of it, them quick release quarterbacks been more deadly in my opinion. You know, 469, what's on your mind? Yo, 469.
Hey, what's up, Long?
What's up, man? Who this is, man?
Oh, this Noel Beats.
Noel, about Noah Brown, man? Come on, man. Look, man, I apologize. Hey, man, Noel B, you know.
I'm sorry for dropping that ball that Dak threw to me. It was a little bit too fast, and I took my eye off the ball for a split second. Sorry about that.
well, hey, man, just nose the ball, man. Like Coach said, nose the ball, see through the catch, greet the ball. Don't allow the ball to hit you. You greet the ball, man. But what you got for this show, man?
I agree with you. Hey, Law, I just want to give you your props, man. And my son, he only 11, but, man, he sit there and watch you too, man. I'll be watching you, and he'll actually turn around and stop what he's doing and tune in with me, man.
Man, that's remarkable, man. At the age of 11, I bet you he be in class and he be like, "Hey," he be in class out debating everybody, man. I appreciate that.
But yeah, it's a lot I want to say, but I know I can't, so I'm just gonna try to remember a couple of things. But I do think this year, this is my first time calling in, by the way, but I've been watching you now for,
appreciate it,
to be honest with you, for like a year and a half. You know, I'm not going to say I've been watching you forever, but once I found you, I got locked in, and hey, ain't no turning back now, you know.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man.
But what I would like to say, I do think they are a Super Bowl caliber team. It's just now, this would give me, and tell me what you think about that. My son is on 11, and he noticed the same thing. He's like, Daddy, why the Cowboys seem like they always running the same plays? So for him to know we run the same plays, I'm sure the opposing team know we run the same plays. But what I wanted to say about that is this. The difference between not this year, the last 2 years, is the attitude that our defensive coordinator has brought to the Cowboys in the last 2 years, because if you think about it, under what was his name, Mr. Clapper, I call him Mr. Clapper.
Yeah, Jason Garrett, yeah.
You knew what he was going to do too, but we could never get over the hump. And
right.
I remember you saying that this is the first time since '95 we done had 2 back-to-back 12-winning seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that meant a lot. So I really do think this is a Super Bowl, not just caliber team, but those, like you talking about, the X's and O's, the little things. I noticed we've been not getting as many offensive penalties that we normally would get like the last 6 or 7 weeks. So I think the discipline is starting to kick in. Whatever the coach has been getting over to the players, it seems like they taking heed to it, and they trying to complete that task at a higher percentage than it was last year. And that's what it was last year that caused us not to beat the 49ers, that little I only want to say the 13 seconds.
Right.
Let's go back to about 59 seconds if we would have managed the time from that point on. But that's kind of all I wanted to say. I think we're correcting the little things because we got the same team. It's just the little things that we needed to correct. And I like the way that you critique the Cowboys and the numbers
Jackson,
that you go off of is great or whatever. But I know a lot of callers gonna say, well, we do this better. We start this person, that person, and Wright is doing a good job. But even without Wright being over there, I still think we're still a Super Bowl team.
Right.
It's just the X's and O's, the
X's and O's, man, that counts the most. And one thing I can tell you, man, as a coach, the coach wants to have his players to become him. Whether it's preparation, preparing themselves, right? Attitude, temperaments on the field, off the field, they supposed to be replicants of the coach. So when we look back and we compare the two, right? Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy, what did the coaching staff from Jason Garrett brought to the table as relates to looking at something tangible and seeing that this person was here when they came here and they left like that when they, played under their leadership. But we're seeing it. We only saw it only a few times under Jason Garrett, but we are seeing it now in multiples of returns with this particular coaching staff. So that let me know that somebody is coaching, and that's just the bottom line. And hopefully, man, when we get to these playoff games, Mike McCarthy still hammering. Remember what happened last year, and we bring forth that tenacity, that temperaments, that education on the field, and the right things to do. We did cut back the penalties, so hopefully they'll be the fruits of our labor into the postseason. I appreciate you for calling in and tell your son how about them Cowboys.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna let him say it. Donovan, go on, say it. Say it for love one time.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? We got Noah Brown and Donovan Wilson, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Appreciate you. Good call from them two, man. I appreciate him for following the channel for a long time. That's why I got to be careful with my words, man. I got a lot of kids that watch this channel, this platform. When I was out there at Oxnard, man, I had multiple people reach out to me that was in the age tier of like 7 and 15, and it's weird. Mr. Law Nation. Like, who's this? I know y'all ain't watching my show. Yes, we watch all of your shows. You know what I'm saying? I said, good grief. So I got to be mindful of my words. So y'all make sure that when I'm getting heated, Lord, remember the kids. Lord, remember the kids. For God's sake, remember the kids. So bull sugar from here on out, man. I ain't gonna never get mad again because I know we got the youth watching the show, man. And I really appreciate them. Ain't that right, Cam? Oh, Cam. Shout out to you for the 205, Cam. You're live.
Man, I'm finna go listen to Troublesome 96. I done got the power off on the show. Finna go listen to Troublesome 96.
Hey, that record go hard, don't it? La, 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 la.
Man, it go hard.
La, la, la.
La, 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 la. All you kids watching.
Your kids watching, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you just you substitute the law to law. You know what I'm saying? Now you would never get it out of your head.
Law. You did. But check this out, Law. First, this is to Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica, I got on Bot's show yesterday, Jessica.
Okay. Shout out to Bot.
I wasn't coming for you, Jessica. I just used you for an example.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to let Jessica know that, Miss Jessica, I love you. But I just had to use you for an example.
Well, what did you say, man? What did you say to Lady Jessica, man? What did you say? Repeat this, por favor.
No. I didn't say nothing to her.
Uh-huh.
I used her for an example of when I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
This lady, she's a Cowboy fan, and the thing that she always she used to be. Matter of fact, she watched your show. I'm gonna put it like that, but she never called in.
Right.
And my whole thing was, she said, I'm sick of you. She said, I'm sick of Law. She said, I'm sick of. She said, I'm sick of Uncle Charlie.
Uncle Charlie.
And
wait a minute.
Sacrifice.
Who's singing that?
Give up and fly. Everything will be all right.
Tell her everything. Sing that to her.
Sunday, yeah.
what she said?
And that was my first time ever seeing her because she's a truck driver, so I never seen her or nothing like that. But she knew who I was because of me talking to Vach. And what I had used was I had used Jessica for an example. I was like how Jessica say don't blame Dak,
right,
and then blame the receivers. You know, if the ball hit you, and like I was telling her, if the ball hit the hands of the receivers, then the receivers get the blame. But if Dak forces the ball, then the Dak don't get the blame.
Right.
Well, Dak do get the blame.
Right.
But in her head, she feels like if Dak releases the ball, then they must then run the route right. And I say you have to watch football, but I just use Jessica for an example because you know when Jessica get on his line, she gonna get these folks to work. Okay. I don't care what it is, she gonna get them to work. And I told her you have to be positive. I said this is why I don't like debating sports with women who don't know. See, Jessica, she knows.
That's trigger words, man. Cam, you can't say that. But go ahead with it.
Hold on. See, Jessica, she knows football.
Right.
But I just wanted to use her for an example because she one of the main ones that I always call in, and I just want to use her for an example. So that's why I just want to let her know. Yeah, I ain't coming for you, Jess. I love you, Jess. But I just use her for an example because, like I said, I didn't know the lady's name. But my whole thing is when it comes to people who watch football, if you're gonna critique, know what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same way with Brandon. If you're gonna critique, know what you're talking about. Just don't get up here giving a whole bunch of bullshit because it ain't gonna fly with the people who know what we're talking about. It ain't gonna fly.
Now let me say this. Let me say this, Cam. Me sitting in this chair, and shout out to your coworker, the lady that's the truck driver. I get it, right? Some people will be sick of me. Some people, like I seen people that be sick of me, then they love me, then they hate me, they love me and hate me again. But this is the hardest seat to sit in to give objective analysis, to be angry and frustrated at the quarterback, right? Because I have my moments. I'm angry at him, like, come on. But also convey strength and positivity, knowing that if I lash out in that type of way in the first quarter or the second quarter, shoot, you still got game to play. And from my perspective, my perspective is for those who like saying Dak is trash, Dak suck, Dak is ASS. Well, who else you want right now? You know what I'm saying? That's the argument. What's your game plan now?
It ain't no quarterback coming in the draft other than Bryce Young and maybe C.J. Strauss that are good possible quarterbacks. But you already know they're gonna go somewhere else because they'll be high in the draft. My whole thing is I like when me and Jessica be on the conference call after the games before you pick up. She knows what she's talking about. Right. But when it comes to other people, the lady, she was like, "Oh, you can't blame Dak." I said if Dak forcing the pass, she said you still can't blame him. Well, I remember when me and Jessica was talking, I said, well, Dak had forced the ball. Guess what Jessica told me? She said, and you're right. Right. She said, and that's where Dak get the blame. So my whole thing is, if you're going to talk football, don't come at me saying that Dak don't get the blame when he done something wrong. If he done something wrong, he get the blame. Now, like I said, when the receivers had the ball in their hands, like when Noah Brown had that ball. Yeah. You should have caught that ball. Right. And we would have won that game. So that's all I wanted to point out right there. Shout out to Jessica. But also, what I want to talk about is these halls that we got to play. Okay, go ahead. When it comes to these Washington fans, I have one at my job, and he also watches your show too. Wow. He said, why y'all have to do us like that? I said, see, first of all, it's a rivalry time. It's a rivalry time. It is. It's just like Alabama. Long as we beat it, we can have a bad season. If we beat we beat Auburn, I'm straight. Yep. If we beat Tennessee, I'm straight. If we beat LSU, I'm straight. Because those are 3 biggest rivalries of the year. So I told him, y'all in the NFC East, y'all are the three teams, Washington, the Giants, and the Eagles. Y'all are three teams that can stop us from getting to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I said we gonna always give y'all heat. And I said we gonna always give y'all heat because first of all, Dan Snyder opened up a whole lot of can of worms for years.
For years, man.
For years. That now he didn't mess it up for y'all forever.
Right.
The Giants, we don't like them because we just don't like the Giants. The Eagles, we don't like them because they fans and they team. Every time they get on that pedestal,
right,
they like to try to knock everybody down. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this though, Law.
Talk
How
to
can
me.
you knock somebody down when your daddy, every year your daddy play against you, he beating you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, destroy all hopes,
Jalen
man.
Hurts.
Come on.
Jalen Hurts. Do I believe Jalen Hurts got the ability to win a Super Bowl, Law? Let me tell you. Heck no.
Yes,
Heck no.
indeed,
Heck no.
man.
Word.
Man.
You want me to tell you why, Law?
Talk to me, Cam. One more point, man, because I got a lot of people in here. Talk to me.
Yeah, he couldn't get it done at Bama. That's all I got to say. How about them Cowboys? Like I said, Lady Jessica, I love you. I wasn't coming for you. Just had to point you out. Use you as an example. Love y'all, man.
No doubt, man. That's from the 205, man. That's my guy, Cam. Oh, Cam, who just joined me on another app, the Club app, man. I appreciate you, man. See, Cam is one of those guys that support the nation not half-heartedly, man. He on Facebook. He's on Jan when we there. He's on Instagram. He's on the YouTubes. Man, I really appreciate that, man, on all corners, man, of the globe as it relates to these social medias and content creations. You know, when you facing the opposition, you want to destroy them at all costs. You don't want to say, hey, let me go back into the city and let's see if I can find one more good person. Let me go back into the terrain and let me see if I can find one more good person. No, destroy it all. Destroy it all. Because even though you may have good intentions, right, to save one, that one is going to grow up despiting you and always try to figure out how they can get back at you. So that's how I look at the Washington team, the Giants team, the Eagles team. I'm not finna ever let up on them from a mindset philosophy. I want to destroy them at all costs, even from a biblical aspect of it. If you go back and read the first, few books of the good book, the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth, all of that, if you go back and read it, you will see the times when they had the primal opportunity to destroy it all, right? But it's always that one that you say, you know what, I'm going to give him an extra chance. And then all of a sudden it comes back to hurt you or hunt you down in the long run. So destroy it all, burn it all down to the ground. Don't give any reasons of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I know it sounds wicked and I know it sounds terrible, but that's just how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give the Washington team any life for them to say, you know what, we may have shot our own selves in the foot by not starting a certain quarterback, but next year, by the win of this game, we may have that momentum for next season. No, destroy them. Take their heart out of their chest. Don't give them extra life. Don't do that. Yes, indeed. But make it make sense. Ain't that right? It do sound wicked, but you make it make sense. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. All right, we got JD from DC. You're live, fam. Talk to me, man.
Yo, Lord, you can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, fam. I can hear you loud
and
clear.
Oh, my bad. Let me turn it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you good. You good.
All right, Lord. I just got a look. It's not much, but what I want to say is, I'm from DC, obviously.
Shout out
the
DC.
Commanders game. Mm-hmm. Obviously. Now, anybody in the room right now, I know we have a JD from DC. Anybody that knows, they're going to come. They're going to come for us.
Yeah.
They're coming for us. So I don't want us to not play hard or because this is the last game or because they're on their third string. I want us to come with the fire because they're coming. They're coming with that fire. This is this unofficial Super Bowl right here.
Right.
This rivalry is none like other. Like the Eagles and the Giants, they don't it's not the same with them. This is the Cowboys, and they would love nothing to do than to ruin our chances. So that's all I really want to say. I just want us to come play hard. Oh, and I got row one, seat one tickets to the game. So I want them to play some starters selfishly, you know.
Well, row one, seat one, right? Seat what was the row?
Row one, seat one. They call them dream seats.
Dream seats over there. Just make sure, because one time they had a pipe to burst and fecal matter was dropping out of the sky. So make sure it's not in that area. It's not in that area, right? You know about that though, right? In the state, I said they got fecal matter dropping out of the sky. You know, and I mean, the guy dog a piceberg. You didn't know it made news all around Washington. So make sure you're not sitting in that section. Let me know, y'all in the chat. Let me know if I'm lying. You know, fecal matter was dropping out of the sky, man.
Hey man, they better went there. We better blow them out there if I'm about to get fecal matter on my body.
Yeah, you don't want to get fecal matter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my
What's your prediction,
and
man?
I'm going. I got. I'm going modest on our side. I know we can do more, but we might pull some starters. So I'm gonna go 28. I'm gonna give them a lucky 14 because of the fans.
Okay, 28-14. You know, I mean, we wasn't happy with 27-13 against the Tennessee Titans, man. So I take that, dude. I take that win. You know, 28. But you know how people go, man. When the opposing team score on us, oh, it's the end of the world, man. Oh my gosh, man. You know, the 4 horse of the apocalypse is coming back, baby.
We 4-12 again.
Yeah. Yeah, what my snake at? You know, it's snake, you know. It's just what it is, man. I can't even find it right now because it's such a prominent. Yeah, you know. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me hear you say it, fam, JD.
All right. How about them Cowboys? I'll be calling in after I get that fecal matter out my body.
Yeah. No, you'll be putting your fecal matter on them. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
All right, well.
Yes, indeed, man. I got my guy, man, that's ready, man.
Smoke weed every day.
What's good, man? My guy, man, Deontay. I ain't gonna never let you go on that one, man. I had this man live. And he was, yeah, man.
Hey, man, my bad, dog. My bad.
That's so good, man. Back in.
But I mean, you know, I don't drink though, you know. So
okay. That was your. Hey, man. You know, hey, I'm not finna sully you on taking things that is natural. You know what I'm saying? That the Creator put on the earth for you. I'm not finna sully you and denigrate you for that. You know, I'm not finna. It's legal in most of these states over here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's medical. It's medical. But my bad, man. I was oblivious to it. Your brother though, man, he killed me.
Yeah, he killed you. But I'm gonna tell you though, if you ever cross the international, just don't take that over there. I've seen what they did to Brittany. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, they had to give away a whole king ransom for her to get back over here. So all I'm saying is that if you ever internationally known, you know what I mean, just don't take that over there. You know what I'm saying?
No. I ain't carrying nothing. I ain't carrying nothing, Nathan. Yeah, what they did to homegirl, nah, I'm cool.
Shoot, I wouldn't even look at it, man.
You're right. Hey, I'll probably be on a 30-day hiatus before I leave.
Man, hello.
Just in case they want to UA me when I come into the country. No, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm good. Around got some tips and stuff. Go ahead.
For Kellen Moore, you know, the day you stop learning is your first day of becoming a fool.
Hey, I hear a little echo, man. Is that on your end? You still got?
Well, maybe.
Turn your radio down. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So my message to Kellen Moore: the day you stop learning is your first day of becoming a fool.
Okay.
So let's learn from these 4 losses.
Okay.
Go in there and set a statement for Washington.
Yep.
Washington.
Yep.
Please, because here's the thing. We cannot let them motherfuckers win. Oh, excuse my language. I forgot the kids listening. We cannot let the look. Anybody in the division, I passionately hate them. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man. I can't stand Washington. I'm still mad at Washington in that game. You remember Tony Romo dropped back. He tried to throw it to Miles Austin. You know what I'm saying? And it was picked off. And then on the next series, we still in the game. He dropped back, and I think they had a short linebacker. He picked it off. You know what I'm saying? And then on the last drive, we try to hit my guy in the flats. And I'm talking about DeMarco Murray, and it was picked off again. Yeah. I said, man, we win that game. We in the playoffs. Anything can shake loose from there.
But listen.
Fletcher, I believe his name. Go ahead.
That was Jason. That was Jason Garrett.
But they're still the Washington team. I can't stand them boys. You know.
Man, look. What we got to do?
What we got to do,
man? Go in there, and I'm saying 42-9.
Ooh, so they kicking 3 field goals. Man, yeah.
Pretty much. That's all we gonna give them. I don't play. I think the defense is ready because right now is where you have to set the tone for the playoffs.
Got to.
We got to close it out.
Right.
Strong.
Right.
Strong. And the turnovers have to be in our favor all the way around.
All the way, man. All the way.
All the way around. Control the line of scrimmage.
LOS.
Time of possession.
Right.
Time of possession. Run the ball down the throat. Okay, don't run to be cute. Run with a purpose. Run to show them off the line. Oh, y'all the pigs. Well, guess what? Watch what we do to y'all.
Let's do it, man.
Cause we the cow boys, and cows are bigger than pigs.
Man, hello. Let's do this, man. One more thing before I let you go, man. One other thing you got on your heart, man, before I let you go.
On my heart, salute to Law Nation and the Twin Maker. I'm giving y'all flowers, man. Lock in with them on the JJAANN on all their platforms because here's the thing. What you got going is showing even the young kids that's watching, letting them know that if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Just like your message at the end of your show.
Yes, indeed.
So salute to you and your brother and everybody that supports you because without them, you wouldn't be where you at right now. So
no doubt, man.
Hats off to you, Locke.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to my guy. Oh, man. Oh. Say it now, man. I done muted you out, man. Let me hear you say it, man. Put it down, man. Put it down. Let me hear you say it one time, Deonde.
How about them Cowboys? Let's go.
That's my guy right there, man.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
Man, that's my guy right there, man.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, my God, that's my guy right there, man. All right, I got Gina! What's
It's me. It's me. What's going on?
We in the playoff, Gina. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I wanted to call in just a couple of things, and I'm usually not long-winded. I'm going to try not to be this time.
You good. Go ahead.
But a couple of things. After the season is over, after we win the Super Bowl, I would like, if you have time, to get all the ladies of Law Nation, and I need to get information of all the ladies, because I do have a lady that's getting the shirts. So I need to get everybody's information. They can inbox me. I need to get all their information because we do have the shirts, and I need to get sizes and let everybody know the prices.
Okay.
But what I'd like to ask you to do, and you can incorporate Big Game James, you can incorporate Boss Cowboy, OC, but what I like to do is I know football. I know a lot of football. I don't come on your platform and talk a lot of football because I know how men are.
Right.
I have had encounters at the barbershop when my son was a little boy, and that was about 27 years ago. It's about 30 years ago. And, there were, guys, they talk about football, they're in there talking about football, and they say, well, women don't know football, women don't know football, and they shouldn't be talking about football.
Shame on them. Shame on them.
That's not true, because there are a lot of women that know more football than some men.
Big facts.
And I've had I had 3 brothers, and they taught me. My oldest brother taught me the game of football, what the positions were, and that's how I know football, because I sat under my brothers and I asked questions. So what I wanted to know, if you could do when you had some time, it's not mandatory, but just get the ladies of the nation together. And maybe just have a Zoom call or something, and just have because I don't know everything. It's still some questions, I'd like to ask. But when you talk to men, the scenario I had, I was in the barbershop, and some of the guys that I knew football, they were talking to me, said, Gina, what do you think about the game? What do you think is going to happen? They were surprised. Some of the guys walking in were surprised that I knew as much as I did. One of the guys got offended that I knew more than he did, and he was really in my face, so the owner of the barbershop had to put him out.
I know.
Yeah, it was really crazy. He had to put him out. He said, man, you can't come here and talk to this lady like this. You started talking. She was leading the conversation. You jumped in, and you didn't know that she knew more about you just because more about football because she was a woman. So, and my husband, he said, you may not want to talk football to men because they look at you and they say, oh, she pretty cute. My husband has had men say, she too pretty. She don't know nothing about no football. She ain't no pretty woman, know nothing about no foot. Well, you need to open your eyes up and look at the TV, and you'll know, women know a lot of football. Right. But I just thought that maybe we could just ask some questions.
Yeah. We would have a ladies round table type of thing, and then I'll just sit back and let y'all talk amongst yourselves, and get that thing going. Maybe we allow Candy to run it, or my girl Bree to run it, and then everybody jump in as a content creator, whoever else out there.
And
that'd be
another
nice.
thing. It would. And
nice.
I said I wanted to run. I wanted to run it by you. And then another thing, just for the fun of it, it may be further years down the road, but I thought it would be nice for you to have a team, Boss Cowboy to have a team, ladies, and do flag football. And a Big Game James and maybe OC, and then they could incorporate what they've taught the ladies in each group.
Well, I'm gonna let you know my team winning though. You know what I mean? My team, my
team
gonna win. My team gonna beat Boss Cowboy team and the OC team, and cause I'll be the best coach out there, man.
I know you're gonna have some tricks up your sleeve.
I'm gonna have some tricks. They won't be able to handle me. My scouting committee, man, boy.
That's right.
They wouldn't be able.
Hey, we're gonna have some tight. We're gonna have our uniforms gonna be straight. We gonna. Hey, I already know. I thought about it. I said, I'm going to be together. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what, this is all I'm going to say, and I'm going to let you go. But one of the reasons I picked your platform and I wanted to subscribe is because I had been watching you before I decided to subscribe a long time ago. And I've been following you a long time. Mm-hmm. But one of the reasons I decided to subscribe is because you are very modest. Your platform is very modest. And you don't pick people out because of what they say. You don't tear them apart because of what they say. You allow people to call in and be objective.
Okay, yeah.
And there's some people that call, I'm saying, God, I'm so glad they're not Law. I'm glad Law is who he is and they're who they are, and they're not behind the mic and Law is. Because you're very modest and you allow people to have a voice. And that's what I like about Boss Cowboy, too, because he allows people to have a voice. But you guys, you all allow people to talk, say what's on their hearts, and you don't crucify them. And that's what I really like. But I love football. I know football. I just don't watch the game. I know the game. I know what's going on. I'm very educated in football. But I really would like to see all the ladies get together and you have a Zoom and we just ask questions and just, kind of learn from each other. And that way, when we jump into, some of your calls, hey, we can battle with them. So, and we know what we're talking about.
No doubt. So Gina, before I let you go, your better half, what team he root for again?
He was a Raiders fan. My oldest brother, he passed away in June. He was a Raiders fan.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And then my other brother is a Cowboys fan. And then the other one was he started out a Miami Dolphins fans. But we all started out as Cowboys, but there are only two of us that ended up Cowboy fans. But I was infatuated with the Star as a little girl. So they were like, they thought I was silly. It's okay, little girl, come on, sit down here and learn the game. Nobody likes the Star. Yeah, so that's how it all started.
That's how it all started. I appreciate you
that's how it all started, that Star. But in 1974, they gave me an injection. They gave me a transfusion of blue and gray blood. And I've been a Cowboy fan ever since 1974.
That's what I love to hear. So with that being said, let me hear you say it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Man, my goodness, that's Gina, y'all, with the J. That's Gina with the J. We got Gina with the G, and we got Gina with the J here. So both of the Ginas, man, I appreciate y'all so much. Man, my goodness, man. All right, so what we going to do here?
The conference has been locked.
So y'all that's in here, y'all gonna get y'all conversational piece going. I got Trey, then I got my guy Choctaw Montana, I got Uncle Dave. All of y'all finna be next. Then I see you in there, 100. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's go with it, Trey. Back to back, ladies.
Hey.
What's going on with you, Trey?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. You're loud and clear.
Oh, great. First off, I want to say the prayer. Lord, how much? The prayer that everybody sits up for that young man, y'all. This man is FaceTiming the players.
Hold on. Turn your radio down. I hear the background TV. I hear that and all that. We don't want to get, But yeah.
How about now?
Yeah. We good now. Good.
Okay. The young man, Hamlin, Damar. He's FaceTime the Bills players, y'all. This man is sitting up talking. So the power of prayer, that's one thing I want to clear out first off. Thank God for that. Now, game is on. Everybody finna turn up. And like I tell y'all, this game here Sunday, I ain't worried about everybody talking about some Cowboys. Baby, Cowboys know what they need to do. We're going to blow them out the first half. And then when the second half comes, because they ain't going to let nobody know. They're going to wait till halftime. After halftime, you ain't going to even see Dak no more. You're going to see Russ. Russ going to blow them on out the rest of the end. They're going to laugh it off because they're going to show you he ain't missed a step either just because he lost one game. They're going to show you, Russ, we got a cold court bag up too. They're going to show y'all. Y'all going to see we're going to blow them folks out the first half. When we come back, you ain't going to even see, you won't see Zeke. You ain't going to see Dak. You ain't going to see none of them folks. You're going to see our stack the strings, and, maybe a couple of special teams might be still out. But that's it. I'm telling y'all, mark my words. We're going to blow them folks out. So everybody needs to calm down now. Calm down.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago not to challenge you on that because you were right. You were right with Cooper Rush the first half of the season.
Not only that, what makes it so bad about it, they sit up and say that the Cowboys, like the one caller called in and said, no, we got to watch out for Washington. You live there, whatever. Okay, we beat Washington with Cooper Rush. Sit down somewhere, y'all. Stop this mess. What's wrong with y'all? When Dak Prescott played our Rivalry in the last 2 years now since people want to go back, they ain't going to beat us. Washington got us one time since Dak. One time they did. One time they did get us. I think it was on Thanksgiving. I think one time they got us. One time. But since then,
Let's go.
They can't beat that. They can't.
They can't. I appreciate you so. I appreciate you so much, Trey. Thank you for calling in. Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys? Love you, Lord. Thank
Much
you,
love
and
to
keep
you.
doing what you do.
Yes, indeed. That's Trey right there, man. Always with the channel, always with the show. I like when I drop back and the sun is coming through. Oh my God. Oh yeah. The sun feels so good coming into here. It gives me my powers, man. It just does, man. All right, I got my dog, man, from the 614 Montana. You're live.
Already, how you feeling? How the family?
Man, fam good, man. We 12-4. We heading into this week, and then we going into the playoff, fam. Hey, man, all good stuff from here, man. Talk to me, man.
Man, I ain't got much to say, man. I just want to, let people know, man. Hey, Cowboy Nation, man, just chill out, man. Relax, man. Like I said yesterday, stop with all the negativity, bro. Just stop it. You know what I mean? Just stop it. Your quarterback is balling out of his mind. It's one of the best seasons he's had. Your running backs is doing their job. The offensive line, yeah, they've been up and down, but they've been hurt. My thing is, why is Mike McCarthy not being taught or even mentioned for Coach of the Year? First of all, this man then missed half of his team all year on both sides of the ball, and this man is 12-4. Back-to-back playoff appearances. He did something that Jason Garrett couldn't do for 10 years. He did that at 3.
Big facts, man. Shoot.
Why y'all all over there? Nick Sirianni this. Like, no, bro. Oh, Kyle Shanahan this. No, bro. Let's talk about this man, Mike McCarthy here. He's been getting thrashed, disrespected, talked down on. His owner is talking behind his back, trying to get rid of this man, and he still got the boys 12-4.
Man.
So what other coach that you could tell me can come to Dallas and do these same things?
Man, I can't hold you on that, man. Shoot. Because they still want Sean Payton. They still want that dude over here. They still want another coach to come in. And all I'm saying is I was mad at Mike McCarthy in that Green Bay Packers game. But that's my last time being mad at him. He bounced back the next game, and then they pretty much bounced back after every loss. And this team is looking a whole lot different than what we used to seeing. You're right.
And everybody keep talking about this Sean Payton, but Mike McCarthy got more playoff wins than Sean Payton. He has more regular season wins than Sean Payton. Mm-hmm. He has less losses than Sean Payton, less playoff losses than Sean Payton, and they got the same amount of rings. You telling me y'all still want Mr. Choke Artist Sean Payton? He's a choke artist. I'm not trying to hear that. Sean Payton. Bruh, Sean Payton was doing the same things Jason Garrett was until he was able to get a team. Man. Sean Payton ain't nobody. I don't care for no Sean Payton, man. Keep my man McCarthy there because obviously the team responds better under him. So all I got to say is this man is doing some things that haven't been done in 27 to 30 years. And y'all want Sean Payton? Miss me with that, man. All I gotta say is go Cowboys. I don't want no score predictions. We all know what it is. Me and you said the boys was going 13-4. That's what they was gonna do. Have a great day, Law. Appreciate you passing me on, man.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, man. Montana 808. And if y'all got any rebuttals to what he said, man, he's in the chat, man. He's in the chat. Y'all go back and forth with him. I got heat, but I don't got that much heat for Sean Payton. God, no. He was bringing out the furnace, man. He was bringing out the stove turned to high. He was bringing out the firewood that was on the wood that was on the fire with the pitchfork and everything. Look, man, God, dog, boy. Y'all battle and y'all wrestle with him, man. God, dog, I don't got that much heat for Sean Payton. But my guy do, man. And I'm going to let Uncle Dave, man, from the 520, man, you live.
Drop the soundbite.
Yes, indeed. I got you right here.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
And what else you got?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, what you got for me?
It's time for my daily report.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's time for your daily report. Oh, you want that one. Okay. You should. Because normally you ask for that. The unknown. But we got some news straight out from Stelio's 300 Studios.
Breaking news from Law Nation Sports. Law has finally decided to change his expletive vernacular to bull sugar. From now on, it will be bull sugar. No more bad language. We have children listening. In other news, damn, Gina, you had an excellent idea. Y'all ladies need to speak up. Put your voice out there. Be heard. And
more news. Here we go. Hear ye. Breaking news also, Gina. Regardless of the shirt size of the ladies, it will be paid for in full by Law Nation Sports and Law Nation Studios. I appreciate you. So don't worry about paying for the actual artifacts there. Let Law Nation take care of that bill. More news from Stelios.
Additionally, we will also put out in the chat that we want to get that weed shirt put out there. Drop the
Smoke weed
soundbite
every day.
Make sure we get that brother DeAndre on there, his picture on there, and everybody get in the chat and vote for it.
Vote for it, man. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna do that for Deontay, man. I'm gonna try to get that smoke weed every day shirt with him in the with him like this. On Law Nation first.
Much respect to that brother, but I'm gonna give a score prediction. I'm just gonna say 44-12 Cowboys. I'm looking for 44-12 Cowboys. They'll probably pull Dak out maybe the third quarter. They'll probably pull him out in the third quarter, start resting some starters, but they'll probably just do it in dribs and drabs and start pulling them out slowly. But we still need to get that win. 13-4 is attainable. It is attainable.
Let's go, man.
If you want something bad enough.
Yeah.
If you want something bad enough, drop it low.
Yeah, if you want a thing bad enough. Listen, Dave, appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's Stelios, man. Uncle Dave had the 3 shots, man, the other night, and it knocked his Wi-Fi out, man. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, that's what you got to do. I got the 956. You in the mix. Is this my guy, my brother? Lunatic, is this you? Yellow? Hello? Lunatic. 956. My goodness. Rebound for me, man. 100 grand, man. I was sitting there like,
where the snake sound bite at, man?
he been waiting. I was like, lunatic, y'all know you've been waiting forever, man. Oh my gosh, man, I'm sitting there waiting for my guy. Oh my gosh, man. I hope he all right, man.
I don't need you bragging about your son and all that stuff, man. It ain't like that up here, you know what I mean? Up here, up north, you know what I mean? It ain't like that.
Oh, his son. Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? It ain't like that up here, okay? It's been raining up here in this New Jersey, New York area. Man.
Oh, so we're gonna play on the wet field tomorrow? Is it raining in Washington, D.C.? Is it raining in Washington? Is it wet?
Well, if it's raining in New Jersey and New York, it's gonna be raining in Washington. So
man, they got the worst field. So I pivot. I'm gonna pivot. I don't want none of my starters playing there. That's the worst field in life, man. I pivot. We done went for all these days. Play the starters. Play the starters. Oh, it's raining. Oh man, hey, Cooper Rush, man, come on out, man. Malik Davis, baby. Noah Brown, number 1 wide receiver, baby. Elevate.
Raining all week.
Hey, it's gonna be one of them news right here, you know. It is right here now. Law is pivoting. According to information, the Cowboys now bringing back James. Say it with me. Washington versus the Washington. Due to the rain and unforeseeable circumstances, the Cowboys are now bringing out James Washington. And they finna start Joshua Ball, baby.
And Calvin Joseph.
Teeth is straight and everything. Oh my gosh, man. Ooh-wee. Man, other breaking news. The Cowboys now is bringing back Chad Green. You know, whatever that dude and Chad Fleming, whatever the other guy there. They bring Byron Bell. We're going to bring back Byron Bell. All of those boys. Man, I hate rainy games.
Jalen Smith, you know what I'm saying?
They released Jalen Smith from the Giants, and now he's playing for the Cowboys. The Cowboys still win by 40. Man, they got the worst stadium out there in life, though, man.
They do, man.
Yeah,
they
man,
do.
They
do. They need a new stadium bad.
Man.
They do, man. It's terrible. It's terrible, man. But I want to caution everybody because if we don't blow these boys out, man, I don't know if we'll be ready for the playoffs, man. And I don't know, they couldn't come through. Don't have that mindset, man. If we don't blow these boys out, fine. I just don't want nobody to get hurt.
Man.
That's my only thing. I don't want nobody to get hurt, man. I want everybody to get there healthy, man.
Man, hello.
That's my only thing. I don't care if we win or we lose this game. This game does not matter.
Yeah,
well,
you know
what I'm saying? So
I want us to win. I want us to win. I'm greedy. You know, 100. I'm greedy, man.
I want us to win too. But if it ain't a 40-0, I'm not going to sit here and say, man, we ain't ready for the playoffs, man. We bad, man. We couldn't beat this team by 40-0. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that. Get the starters in there.
Right.
Let them play a half. Let them play a half.
Right.
And get them out.
Yeah.
And get them out because, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You don't want Washington to be like, man, well, we eliminated anyway. We don't got nothing to play for. Let's just injure one of them. Let's just injure one of their guys so they don't make it far. You get what I'm saying? The hatred is real.
And
that's the last thing I want is.
Let me knock on some wood, man. But ain't none of that gonna happen though. Ain't none of that gonna happen though. Yeah,
the last thing we want is for any of our guys to get hurt, because you know what the media is gonna say. Man, in this game, the Cowboys had their starters out there to the fourth quarter, and somebody got hurt. Mike McCarthy need to be fired. Everybody need to be fired. I don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that, man. Get them in there. Let them play a quarter. Let them play a half, and get them out there. And then let's get the young guys out there just in case they got to play in a playoff game. Let's get them guys out there and let's keep them sharp.
Let's say they're gonna play a quarter and a half. They're gonna see whether or not Ty got that, inside, outside.
They're going to give him his money. They're going to give him his money.
They'll give him his money. Is it going to be Matt Forniak? He's going to be him. He's going to be the center, I believe. When Four is out there and Zeke and all of those boys, Lamb, I don't want to see Josh, Ball. I'm not hating on Josh Ball. No. I want to see that offensive line. I still need to see Deshaun Wright, though, Not that much of Trayvon Diggs. I know what he brings to the table, but I need to see Deshaun Wright. Maybe I want to see some time frames of Izzy. I want to see him out there. McCollum.
Agreed.
Who else?
Agreed.
So who else I really want to see? Maybe Jabril. I want to see him a little bit out there. More and more time out there. More and more reps.
Do you want to see more Ty, or are you good with Ty? Like, do you want Ty to play more?
I need to see Ty catch about 3 or 4 balls.
Okay.
From Dak, and then they can probably sit him down. I need to see that. Real talk, I need to see that, and we need to play our ASS off.
Okay. How are you with Jason Peters? Do you want to see Jason Peters give you a good chunk of snaps just to prepare him for the playoffs, or?
Jason Peters.
Good question.
Jason Peters.
Is a great question.
Put it like this: there's 2 Jason Peters out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the 30. There's literally the 30 snaps Jason Peters.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the beyond 30 snap Jason Peters. You play about 60 to close to 67 snaps a game or reps a game. So the first 30. The first 30, man, that dude's solid, man. He still goes jack.
That boy good.
But after the 30, you know what I'm saying? That boy fall off like meat from the bone. You know what I'm saying?
But that's when Josh balls. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would rather see Avante Collins, man. I'd rather see the Collins out there, man. I don't want to see no ball out there, man. But I want to see the first 30 Jason Peters, man. But we can see it like on tape. He's one of the greatest guys out there. And then after that. The law of diminishing rates of return.
We gotta prepare for that though, because if that's the case, that's something real serious that we gotta take a look at, man. Do you play him sparingly? Either way, one of them backup guys gonna have to come in there. So
got to be Collins.
Josh Ball gonna have to step up, or Collins gonna have to step up, or you get what I'm saying? Like, man. I mean, Dak is mobile, thank the Lord, so he can kind of. Put some perfume on that thing, but still.
Yeah, but man.
But still, man, I just want everybody to be healthy and get ready for this playoff game. Man. Because this game don't matter. It's all about the playoff game and playing Tampa. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't care about seeing, we haven't had a great game. We can go in there and beat these boys by 50. But if we don't have a great game when it matters, what we going to say? Oh, them boys ain't show up for the playoffs. I'd rather show up for the playoffs than have a great game against a team that really don't matter.
Man, just get out there and do something. You know the craziest thing, 100?
What's good?
Is Tyron Smith is considered an old guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Jason Peters, 11 years older than him. I mean, God.
You're right.
When you really contextualize it, like, dog, he's like 11 years older than him.
That's how football works, though, man.
Father Time undefeated,
doing
man.
His thing out there.
He's still doing his thing. So either on the high end, we can have Tyron Smith for 11 more years, but on the low end, we can have him for another year or so, man. But it's just how crazy that's crazy, man. When you really contextualize it,
that's fact.
God, dog, man.
And then, you know what we gonna hit him with too? I just thought about this.
Talk to me.
Do you think that Kevin Moore is saving that 13 personnel for the playoffs? Like, he really gonna go heavy 13 personnel? Because on the conversation of females, know a lot about football. I got one of my friends. She knows a lot about football, and she brought this up to me. We was talking yesterday, and I was like, you know what? You might be right.
Mm-hmm.
You really might be right. Do you think that he's kind of holding plays back for the playoffs? So we might come into this game and play a vanilla game plan. And I say, don't get mad if we play a vanilla game plan against Washington. Let's be real here, man.
I've looked at it like that last year. I mean, he got to be holding it back for Tony Pollard, right? He got to be saving some of those good plays for the playoffs. Ain't no way this dude is that smart and brilliant and not do that, right? And then we get to the playoff, it was like same old. So Kellen Moore is on a prove it to me plan, man. And Mike McCarthy, as much as I gave Mike McCarthy the praises or what have you, I need to see playoff Mike McCarthy. And
I think playoffs is going not for cutting you off this year.
No, you good. You good.
You good. You know what I'm saying? But I think Mike McCarthy is really gonna, like, if you mess up, I'm taking this clipboard, because if this goes down, I'm gone. And he know it.
He know it.
He know it. So he knows it. It's gonna be every, you throw in the kitchen sink, everything, man. Because he ain't gonna go down with the ship, man.
You know what? And this goes all the way back, man, to Scott Linehan. Our best playoff numbers were when he was our offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we didn't have anything on the defensive side of the ball.
No.
Like, can anybody out-debate me on that? You know, we didn't have anything on the defensive side. The defense were killing us and kicking us around in the playoffs. And I get it, you know, the slow start in 2016, but overall, collectively, the offense still woke up, and they had some costly penalties. But our defense, man, so I'm looking at it like this, man.
Even last year.
Look.
Even last year, the defense didn't show up.
No, I will tell you this. The defense did force some 3 and outs or what have you, and LVE had like 11 tackles or something like that. It was like we didn't have two things that match type of thing. You know, the defense, they did, when you go back and watch that 49ers game, I think that the defense itself started off a little rocky, but in the end part of it, I think after the second half, they kind of closed everything in. But they had the stupidest, the craziest idea on the defense of putting Anthony Brown on Debo. Go back and watch that opening drive. That's how they jumped up. They jumped up 10-0 on us, man. I like, hey, wait a minute. Can y'all take Anthony Brown off of Debo, you know? But that was a whole nother story, man.
All you had to do was just run that football, man.
Run that ball.
And the thing, if we do play Tampa, I believe that's the same formula. If we jump up 10 or 14, it's over.
Let's go, man.
I really think it's over, because all you got to do is just run the ball with Zeke and Pollard.
Let's go with it, man. Run that ball, man. I appreciate you, 100.
Appreciate you too, my guy.
Let me hear you say it, fam.
How about them Cowboys? Let them hang.
Let them hang. That's what the playmaker said, too. He said, got to let them hang when you get to the playoff. Yes, indeed. All right, man. He was the last caller, y'all. We had a great time today. Beautiful day on Friday. As y'all can see, the sun is out, man. It's feeling good. It recharges all of the melanations that I got in this body over here, and I'm regrouped, baby. The ether, the non-ether of the beard hair is just growing even faster when that sunlight hit it. I appreciate y'all, man, so much for being part of this episode, baby. Phone lines are down now, man. Somebody said, can I get in now? I wish. But you can't. I think it's not that Moore is holding plays. I think it's more of that he is not trying to put too much on film out when we play inferior opponents.
Dracarys.
And Holly, I do agree with you on that. You know, you don't want to showcase all of your good plays before you go to the playoff, like we did in, I guess, with Scott Linehan that year. You know, we had some good plays, and we did showcase that. So I appreciate you for your support there, man. I really do. We did showcase that, you know, that trick play that we did against Detroit. Y'all remember that? Right? Shout out to you, Andre. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Jameson Taylor. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate everybody for being part of this beautiful episode. Be sure to check out other content creators on this beautiful day. I know they got film analysis and reports and things like that. Shout out to everybody that do this type and line of work, but this is not possible without you all. Let me give a shout out to those that's on my Facebook too. Thank all of you guys that's there. Dana, appreciate you. Jax, Mamo, appreciate you. DeKobe Taylor, thank you for jumping in. Jose and Danny Boy, appreciate you. Gary, thank you for being part of this, man. If you guys stay to the end, of course, we will always give you guys shots outs and things like that. This team, 12-4 right now, heading into the final season, the game of the season. So what we want from here is not scoreboard watching. No. Not pocket watching. No. Not accolades watching. No. We looking for a good game, a rhythm game, a game to get us back into the groove, a game to get us back into the moments. And if you guys missed out on any of these things, just rewatch it, man. Go back and rewind for your mind, man. I think the rewind gang is prevalent over here. I thank y'all so much, man. I really do, because I look back at some of my videos. I see, man, 29,000 people to watch this video, 15,000, God dog, on a 2-hour, 3-hour straight. And I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. Law, please explain what a vanilla game is, please. Okay, I can stop the music for that. Hold on. Appreciate you for your support. Let's stop the music right quick. Please explain what is a vanilla game is, please. Vanilla is pretty much exactly like the ice cream. It don't have any extras to it. It don't have any grape syrup or strawberry syrup or chocolate syrup or any mixed nuts or any of those things. It's just plain, bland, and vanilla. And just because you don't like hot fudge or just because you don't like chocolate and nuts and walnuts all over your ice cream doesn't mean that the vanilla ice cream is going to taste terrible. Vanilla ice cream is pretty good. It's pretty good, but sometimes it doesn't solidify all of the taste buds, So that's why they say it's bland. That's why they say it is terrible. But I'm going to tell y'all for truths right here. That Bluebell vanilla ice cream is good, baby. It is one of the best in the world. Yeah, Ben & Jerry's is pretty good. So it's good to a degree. But sometimes it don't solidify everything, meaning that it is bland. But I'm telling you guys, as sure as the sun is shining on my face, I'm telling you guys right now, sometimes keep it bland is a good thing. Too much salt can be bad for you, right? Into the actual food. Too much sugar can be bad for you in an actual food. But the natural ingredients, like the fructose that's coming from the fruit, could be the things that you need. And the natural ingredients of this Cowboys team. Run the ball to open up the pass. It's simple, but yet complex. Somebody says Breyers only. Appreciate you. Black cherry ice cream. I forgot to check out the pistachios. I'm supposed to do that. I owe somebody a live visual of some pistachio ice cream. I do. I can't even say it out my face. Protein, baby, get strong. Shout out to you, Louise. OMG, cherries, yeah. Strawberries, chocolate, and all of those good things. Well, Cowboy Nation, that is what vanilla plan will be. It will be a bland one. It will be a type that we can look back and we can all see. Pitch and pass to Pollard, yeah. Butter pecan, or pecan. But give me some pecan ice cream, baby. Niners, Cowboys is all I want to see. This is from Sydney. But that can only happen if we take care of business. Rainbow sherbet. Boy, we talking about some ice cream now, baby. Faith, finish. I see you, Gina. Put some fight in there too. Speaking of fighting, how determined are you? Are you trying to say that your reasons are where you at? I would tell everybody, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And everyone is really self-made, but only the successful ones will admit it. There's not many people that walk around and say, I'm a self-made homeless person. I'm a self-made thousandaire. I'm a self-made $300 a week guy. Most people will always say, I'm a self-made millionaire. They want to diminish the wrong things, right? The little things, and elevate the good things. But you are who you are. That's what Big Nate said. Well, the Cowboys right now self-made 12-14. But their determination and their heart and their willing to make sure that everything can happen during the next season is according to them. Are they ready for that? Are they ready for the pain? Are they ready for the outcome? Are they ready to get the goal in mind of lifting up that Lombardi trophy and removing all obstacles? Don't point the finger. You got three pointing back at you. Bluebell's the best. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Tyler. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence. Let Front Troy say it.
Call Vontae Turpin as a corner on the other side of Diggs.
Woo! Let's go with it. If Dargan and Grim and besiege and beset it with the help of Almighty, guess what? You will get it like Presley. And shout out to the AI. Let's go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Roll those credits. Slap all of the haters out the way. Come on. Shout out to your Runda. Boom. Roll those credits for your boy. Cowboy Nation.
I've been really in the field, lot of rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal.
I wouldn't put Turpin on the other side of Diggs, but I'll definitely run him on a 9 route. I would definitely do that at least once a game. I would definitely do that, y'all. Appreciate you, Presley. Ladies of Law Nation are the best. Appreciate you. Gina with the J. Shout out to you, Jackson, Holly, Sydney, Presley, Rhonda, to the game. Who we lost? Come on.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off.
Let me see. Blue hearts in the chat. I need to see some blue hearts in the chat, baby. Or white hearts, you know. The cowboy colors, blue, white, silver. Let me see it. Call it too legit. Jay Bursek, Anthony Gallup, Razor. Thank you. Sadiq, Charles, Brandy. Let's go. Ooh.
Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Run it.
Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
My dogs at. Come on.
I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone.
Come on.
I've been
pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud.
Hey. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal lately. I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song.
I need to see them hearts, baby. Look at all them hearts. Is there a heart in the house tonight? Hey, look at all them blue hearts. Where that red heart? Come on, Sydney. Get it together. Come on. I love seeing all them hearts, baby. Let's go.
Spartan, what is your profession?
I see you, I'm awake. The only real Eagle fan in here to be still here. He said, I'm fighting all of y'all Cowboys, man. I'm fighting, baby. I'm standing my ground. Shout out to him. I respect that more. There's some Eagle fans that's watching right now. They're scared to type.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Again.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you.
Come on, it's Friday, baby.
The street lights hit you all alone.
Come on.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Hey.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do.
Whatever you do, baby. One love, baby.
7 years of a perfect love. 7 more and another one. And another one.
Got him.
I think you was the one to love. 7 more is all.
Got that one too.
Don't let the street lights
hit you all alone. Come on.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Right.
Don't let the street
He needs some milk.
If you're watching all the way to this point and you have not subscribed to this channel, you have not hit that like button, you have not shared this content, what are you doing?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Come on.
If a paper crane can fly, Sparta! Then forever doesn't feel that far.
You get
so far, so far. If a
Paper cranes
can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper
Until next time, Cowboy Nation. From yours truly, out of Law Nation Studios. Hit that note. Them boys can sing. Them boys good. Them boys good. Paper Cranes, that's what you can do. Type it into the YouTube and you will see Paper Cranes, the song that I play at the end of my video.
Nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you
Watch how that beat kick in. Hey.
When you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
DJ Law.
I want me some glory hole.
If it's your birthday this month, happy birthday to you. And you. And you. We relaxing now, man. We kicking it like grown folks over here. Huh? If you're 18 and older, let me know. in the chat. Grown folks. If you're 28 and older, let me know in the chat. If you're 38 and older, let me know in the chat. Shout out to the 48 Club. 58, let me know. 68, let me know. We got all age groups. Listen to some grown folks melodies.
I will not stop when others stop. I will not quit when it gets hard. Beast mode is I will not complain. I will not worry. I will not fret. I will find a way when there is no way. I will make a door when there is no door. I will create a window when there is no window. I will create finance when there is no finance. I will find an opportunity when it doesn't exist. But I will not be defeated. Outwork me. I will get up earlier than you. I will go to sleep later than you. I will put in more hours than you. I will read more than you. I will grow. I will do whatever it takes. But if you beat me, there's going to be blood, there's going to be sweat, and there's going to be tears. I'm not giving it up. You got to take it. And the problem with most of you is you still operate just on talent. The average people live off talent. Phenomenal people live off effort.
Y'all write that one down, baby.
Be your biggest fan, and
I haven't found someone that can outwork me yet. Let's go.
Nothing's working.
Gotta want it, baby.
Something inside
DC
of me that
for
says,
life. Salute.
I just have to follow that because you don't know